let's see. All right, it does show. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Fix that because it's freaking out. I don't know how much Prime we'll be able to talk today, to be honest with you, because, like I said, let's see. Okay, so it does seem to be working, but because, hey, Slime Pack, Kevin will be here in a minute. He's making coffee real quick. We were going to do this later, but the folks here who are good enough to let us use the classroom are leaving at 6 p.m., and I was not aware of that earlier. I should have inquired about that, which has really kind of made it so that we have exactly 40 minutes. 40 minutes, and we got to shut it down. So he's trying to run over here. And then Cody, Grand Flatbedder, who Andy knows. Andy, how's it going? Slime Pack, how's it going? Deez, how's it going? Jared, Timmy. Andy knows Cody pretty well. He'll be here later. Gary, what's up? Barry, what's up? Just so you guys know right now, right here, hang on. Kevin's trying to find.
Yes, guys. Downstairs.
Sorry for the, it is live now.
We are live?
Yeah. When I went over there, I was like, hey, I checked earlier and they said I could use the classroom, but it's locked. And she said, oh, I'll unlock it, but you got to be out by 6. And I was like, oh, no. But just so you guys know, there's a 2-day wait on an empty trailer. I don't know if you know that or not.
Oh.
2-day wait on an empty trailer, so I gotta figure tonight out because I'm dispatched tonight. But yeah, Cody will be here this evening, so we're probably gonna end up watching some football. So you guys have, because we have very little time, I'll let him catch his breath. Because when I texted Kevin here and was like, hey, we gotta bust this out right now, he prioritized and coffee was above getting here.
You gotta have your standards, right?
Yes. But you guys have seen Kevin on the channel. We did a little bit of interview about Discord, kind of talking about Discord. Kevin and I have become pretty good friends. Sometimes, maybe a little less. But we're on the phone probably every night on Discord with, I don't know, 8 or 10 other drivers. And we've met a few times. We've crossed paths a few times. His stomping grounds are in New Mexico. And we wanted to talk about peppers a lot, but I don't know if we're going to get to because of our time constraints. But in Albuquerque, he brought me, oh yeah, he's always bringing me a bag of the green stuff, the good green stuff. Oh, that's 4 fingers right there.
That's right. It's the good stuff. High grade.
He gets the
high grade
premium green chilies he's got a grower that he knows in New Mexico, and I'm telling you, green chilies, like this is ready to go too.
Yeah, it's already seasoned.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get slapped on some food here next day or two. But yeah, he's got a source down in Albuquerque. Thank you, man.
You bet.
I know your supply's low.
Well, I'm headed back to New Mexico, so I've already talked to my Connect and the deal
in Albuquerque,
is
he brought me like a, in the old days, I'd say probably a full pound. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good bag.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kevin's a great guy, runs our Discord, and is going to be helping me figure out some of the stuff that I'll be talking about later this winter. But I wanted to real quick while I have, and by the way, congratulations, Kevin, you're hitting 1 million miles, right? Or
August 14th.
August, just hit 1 million miles.
At least that's what the app says.
Which is awesome, and I'm coming up on mine, so congratulations on that. So Kevin here's got 1 million safe miles under his belt with Prime.
You're getting ready to do the same.
I got 1 million coming up, so I thought I'll just get him in here and see if you guys have any questions for a couple old million-miler farts about Prime. I don't talk about Prime too much on the channel anymore, just because I don't know what Prime even wants us to not or do talk about anymore. You can't really tell with Prime these days. But if you do have questions, we'll try to hammer those out real quick. Let me go back. Andy, I'm in Canada, so you should feel special, Eric, that I'm using my limited data. Oh, Andy, that means so much to us. Slime Pack, I did say hello, Slime Pack. Truthful Timmy, tell Cody he's not a real flatbedder. We will relay that message. I'm about to beat Cody in fantasy football tonight, hopefully, and that's going to feel pretty good.
That will be deserving.
Yeah, because he was sitting at the top of our fantasy football team for a while, and he had this avatar of what was the train? What's the name of the train? Thomas the Train or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Looking down, it was a face looking down at the rest of us, and now he's getting pummeled towards the back of the line. Truthful Timmy, both like Panera Bread. I don't know if Kevin likes Panera Bread. I like Panera Bread.
Don't get me started. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Brad Brown, Eric, how are you doing today? I have a question. How do you feel about computer driving a truck, Brad? I think it's a long way, and I don't think it's threatening either of our careers.
Not in our lifetime, I don't think.
Yeah, not in our professional. Now, if you were young, maybe 21, 22, just getting into the industry, you probably are going to have a different world ahead of you a decade or two down the road, but I don't see that threatening what we do right now. Barry, don't do it. Those peppers hotter than Satan. Barry, I've already had a lot of these peppers, man. I love that you think they're hotter than Satan's butt crack, and I know quite a few people who would think the same. Both of us are pretty seasoned in spicy food, so it gives me just the right amount of delirium.
Euphoria.
A little sweat on the head.
That's it.
But just enough. Just enough to not make you regret life when it's on the exit path. Let's see, perfect heat flavor ratio. Yeah. Oh, Andy, you're giving your review. Finally, Andy, I haven't heard your review yet, dude. Yeah, Andy ran into a truck stop in PA.
Yeah, he accosted me.
And it was just like a drug deal. It was like he swings in there with his truck, and like 5 minutes later, the transaction's over, and he's back on the road with a bag of green.
Yeah, we're transaction made.
Let's see. Ghost Cat, are they getting rid of inward-facing cameras? Not that I've heard, bro. I don't think so. Now, I have a suspicion that they very much dialed them back. It seems that way to me in my camera, but I don't know. I feel like mine is way less moody.
By a lot, I think.
Yeah.
It has really backed off. The only thing I see a lot of is the following too close. That's still pretty sensitive, but all of the other things have calmed down quite a bit.
Because you got a main going on there.
Right.
Did it ever catch you for that?
No.
No, never did mess. Not even when it was worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Ghost. Cameras don't really bother me, man. I don't even really think of it. I don't change anything about the way I drive. I think Kevin's said the same in our voice chats. If you're worried about privacy, just close your curtains. You're immediately going to cover it up. I don't know. That's just me. You have different.
I agree. I at first it bothered me a lot that I was being, somewhat micromanaged, but really you're not. And I've noticed no, you forget it's there. The only time I remember, it makes itself known is when it says something, and that seems pretty seldom these days.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. The first day, sorry, I was reading a comment that really threw me off. The first day or two, well, actually, maybe the first week, I was really peeved by it. It made the vibe in my truck feel different when I was driving. It just had a weird vibe.
Yeah, it did.
Because I'm so used to just, like, I'm very independent. I don't need to be managed. I don't need to have my fleet manager breathing over my shoulder. I don't need any of that. I just want to be out there doing my own thing. If I have a problem, I'll call them, but hardly ever talk to my fleet manager. And that first week, I really felt Prime in my truck with me. It was a weird, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
I didn't feel as alone and independent as I normally, but after a little bit of time, it's just kind of like whatever. Ghost, you had another question here. But I want to get to that comment that threw me off. I think that was a Sasquatch trucker. I think you're in Discord. Let's see, Manitoba farmer Eric.
It's Gideon, I believe.
Trucker. I don't know what I was expecting it to look like, but that wasn't it. Bro, I have like 1,000 videos on YouTube. How can you not know what I look like? Maybe you're talking about Kevin, but we used to do webcam Tuesdays on Discord, and there would be like 10 or 15 dudes on there on their web. I'm not going to say what they were doing.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's revealing, but not pretty.
Now Andy's probably the only one who has. Anyway.
The envelope has been pushed.
Ghost, let's see what we got. 30 minutes. Ghost, does Prime have dedicated account? Yeah, we have dedicated accounts. We know, Kevin and I know a couple drivers who are right now on dedicated accounts, and well, I don't want to get into anyone's business who's not yet on one, but we've had conversations about others potentially getting on a dedicated account. But yeah, there's dedicated accounts. I'll tell you, I don't think they're very easy to get onto. My understanding is you kind of need to know somebody, and you better have a damn good record. And you better have a damn good record to be able to take care of yourself, your truck, and not have to rely on anybody at Prime or a fleet manager. Like, you got to be a go-getter and an independent driver. Would you say
Absolutely.
That is?
If service failures or, that's just something that can't be tolerated on those accounts.
Yeah. So but yes, we both know guys who are doing it in the Carolinas. And guys, these are multi-million-dollar dedicated accounts. Like, there is no room for error, and that's why. And it's not just the freight, but you're also managing Prime trailers. Running. There's just a lot of hustle with it. You are kind of like a yard manager for some of those dedicated customers. You got to watch for trailers that need repairs. You got to make sure that they're fueled, that they're washed out. It's not just, plus you're running freight. So there's a lot of responsibility. With most of the dedicated accounts that I've heard of, that's kind of how it works. You're not just going and picking up a loaded trailer, taking it somewhere. There's other involvement, and that's why they're looking for guys that someone can refer and speak on behalf of, and that have a record to where they know they can entrust you with that dedicated account and not worry about the freight getting there and the trailers getting taken care of. You can add.
No, I was going to say it's real helpful to the customer that they have somebody on site that is taking care of the trailers, because if you have a customer that doesn't have a clean trailer to load, then things come to a screeching halt. And so they have that person being dedicated to that location has the ability to help that customer get done what they need to get done. They have trailer availability. Nothing worse than getting a trailer loaded that has a problem that has to be transloaded and put on another trailer because there's a problem with it that is discovered after the fact.
Yeah, Andy makes a good point. Prime has no officially listed dedicated accounts, but sometimes people work the same lanes, so to speak. I don't think, you're not going to find any dedicated accounts online or any mention of dedicated accounts that I'm aware of. But again, it's usually you're referred into it if you're going to get a very consistent lane where you're managing a certain customer. For canned chilies, Cody's here?
Oh, man.
Cody, what are you doing there, not here? Cody's going to show up just in time to see himself lose in, I should not say that. Because my team is not, I'm not that confident in my team.
Cody's coming here?
Yeah, he'll be here tonight.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. Man, so I prefer mayonnaise. Ew. 412, Scotty Boy the trucker still around. You know that guy that wore the... Oh, yeah, Scotty's still around. Yeah, Scotty's still around. He's still training. He and I exchange text messages every now and then. Andy mine still says I'm not wearing seatbelt because of my beard. Oh, do you ever get that?
I get it caught in my zipper once in a while, but...
Oh, your beard?
Yeah. No, I don't have that problem, no.
Why is your zipper down when you're sitting?
I didn't say I was driving the truck.
Barry, trailer shortage at Prime. Did they sell some or offer the business? Is that good? I don't know, man. We some places we have too many trailers, and some places we don't have enough. I think there's a pool problem right now, but I don't have any insider information to confirm that. That's just kind of what I see. This is the first time I've ever experienced a 48-hour wait for an empty trailer at Manuka.
That's crazy.
That's strange to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's trailers all over Chicago, so to me it would seem like, okay, well, just pay someone locally to just go get a bunch of trailers. Just bring trailers here. There's plenty of spots out in the yard in Manuka to park a trailer. Not normal. Truthful Timmy give you 5 for K-Man to shave his beard. There ain't no way he's going to shave his beard, especially not for $5. See, Jernigan, I agree. The camera not yelling at me anymore. Following distance, I just ignore the camera watching me. Okay, so Jernigan, yeah, you agree. It has gotten significantly better. And there's nothing I've changed in my truck when I'm driving for it to yell at me less. It just yells at me less because I'm doing all the same stuff I was doing anyway. Midlife, what's up, Tom? Hey, look, it's Trouble and Company. Didn't say who is Trouble. It switches on a day in, day out. Brad Brown, do you think that grain division of Prime? What about the intermodal distribution of Prime? How's the future of division? Brad, I don't know, but from my understanding, both divisions are strong and growing, I believe. I think both divisions are still hiring. The thing you got to understand with hopper and tanker, especially here where we're at Manuka, is that business is long-term business. It's not, they didn't just say, hey, we'll do this for a year. In fact, the tanker business is why this facility exists, was to service tanker business. So those are long, I don't know how, I'm not privy to that information, but I would say probably at least a decade or longer that business is agreed to. And our hopper business is with some of our biggest customers for reefer, big customers. I think like General Mills maybe, or some of those, I'm not exactly sure who, but that business is once, as Prime gets better and better at it, understands it, and really learns those lanes and how to run that freight, I would assume there's plenty more business with our existing customers, because Prime's not having to go chase new customers to get that kind of business. They're just going into some of our existing customers. They're probably getting some new business, but they're going to existing customers and say, hey, you like what we've done with reefer or flatbed or whatever, we can also start doing some of this because we know you need this as well. And I think that's kind of how some of that's happened. I don't think that either of those divisions are in any kind of trouble. I know that intermodal is in trouble, generally speaking, in the freight market. There's a lot of trouble. Do you know where I am? Ghost Cat. I'm concerned what they might hear with the inward-facing cameras. I listen to rap music and some of it is really bad language. Ghost, I wouldn't be concerned about that at all. If you heard the way we talk on Discord all night, we get into some conversations that are worst of the worst rap music. Trust me. And there's some pretty gnarly hip hop music out there, but we outdo it. I don't know if I should be
just a bit outside.
I don't know if I should be. I'm not saying that it's not a proud moment. It's just a moment of honesty. Trucker Cowboy, it's interesting because I'm not a prime driver, but I've seen many on their phone. Does the camera not capture that? Many on their phone, like talking on their phone, holding their phone in the hand. Yeah, the camera's going to capture that. And by the way, who said it? Was it Trucker Cowboy? Ed, our violations for phone usage have gone down like
substantially,
like 90% since the cameras.
Yeah. I
mean, our actual citations. I think that and seatbelt citations are the biggest improvements that we've had. It's substantial. It's not even like it's not a little blip. It's, I mean literally like 90% of our seatbelt and phone citations have gone down since the cameras. So you may occasionally see someone out there being an idiot, but that doesn't mean the cameras aren't working. And I hate to admit that. I don't want to admit that the cameras are working. But when it comes to seatbelt and phone citations, it's working.
I wonder if they've lessened the sensitivity on the phone situation. I don't think they would. I think just all the other kind of menial stuff is.
Yeah, so I don't know, Ed. I don't see prime drivers with phones as much as I used to. Now I see a lot of drivers with phones in their hands. Truthful Timmy, missed you, Andy. Jernigan, getting ready to run tonight. Night drive is the best. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pick up a load if I can find a trailer. That reminds me, I told my fleet manager I'm out of luck.
Slim pickings out there, huh?
He says asking sales. Oh, Mikey's in. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I'm just going to bobtail in and hope for the best. Just going to send it and see
winging
what
a prayer.
Because we got 37 mile per hour wind at 10 p.m. Andy, you leave that man's beard alone. What do we got, 20 minutes? All right, let me try to catch up, guys. I apologize here. Your name sounds like something from a Disney song. Can you take a shot at that?
Aratakaku?
Nakata? That sounds like one of your football players.
Right.
On fantasy.
Right.
Okay, can I say Ada? Is there a short way to say it? I don't know if I'm gonna. Anyway, I dare you to try pronouncing my. Oh, the comment is literally about your username. That's fucking hilarious. I dare you to try pronouncing my username. It doesn't mean anything weird.
Got us.
Kevin tried. Ada Takaku. Oh my god.
Aratakaku. Oh, there's I didn't see the Nakara. Aratakaku Nakara. Hi.
Oh, is it Japanese?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, you gotta give us some clues here. Manitoba, I didn't realize you had YouTube. Oh, how did you not realize I had YouTube? How did you even get to the Discord? Trucker Q, yo, what's up, Eric and K-Mac? What's up, Trucker Q? How you doing? Cody, 412. By the way, I think I say his name right, 412. It's his area code. 412 is not correct. He and I have had this conversation. Keeps yourself liable. Andy, Eric, those aren't officially dedicated. They use terminology. Yeah, I agreed with you, Andy. Don't argue with yourself, bro. 412, Cody, you cannot spin it, bro. Also, all inward cams does is give prosecutors more evidence. I'm not disputing that. And I'm not trying to spin it. I'm not disputing that at all. I've got videos on my channel where I said, look, this could be a liability for us. I'm not trying to spin it or put any positive. All I'm saying is it doesn't bother me. I don't think about it. I ignore it. I drive like I always did. Does that mean I like it or want it on my truck? Hell no.
You know, I don't know if you remember, but we had a Prime driver that just recently got into a little bit of an incident, and because of the inward-facing camera, it substantiated what happened, and it saved his job.
In his favor.
In his favor.
So you can go both ways. Yeah, and I've had, you guys probably remember that I was able to beat running a red light camera dispute because of my camera. And that was right after the new cameras came out. I had run a light that was very clearly yellow. I think it was in Alabama. There was no way it was yellow when I went through it. But the trailer was still in the intersection at 2 or 3 in the morning when it went red, and I saw the flash from the camera in the intersection. And my camera in my truck helped me get out of that. So there's instant, because the camera proves beyond a doubt that I was in the intersection and going underneath those lights before it turned red. There's instances where it can work to your favor. But again, I'm not here defending the cameras. I don't want it on my truck. I think we're more just trying to find the other half of the glass, the full half.
Optimism abounds.
Yeah, because it is what it is. Let's see. Annie Merckx. Sup? My wife has arrived. Andy says, Reese, no. Yeah. You cannot get on the phone with my wife without hearing her say, Reese, no. At least once. Sorry I'm looking down so much in this video, guys. I'm looking at my laptop because the phone's so far away. Or my iPad. 412, I have no issue with outward cameras only till the company STA. 412 starts calling and bitching about your driving. That's a problem. Oh, okay. Let's see, Trucker Q, we got 15 minutes. Any dedicated near North Carolina, Trucker Q? I'm not familiar with any available. Andy, what word should we use? Dedicated is not the right word, apparently.
Closely adhered?
Yes. Regular. The same daily? I don't know. Barry, evening Jenna. Eric just said he didn't require anyone managing him. I'm sure he spoke without considering you. Oh no, that's HR. Jenna is HR for both my Peterbilt and my truck. I'm talking about at Prime. Cody, 4.5 hours away. So that puts you here. Oh, okay. So Cody, you might make it time to watch a little bit of that second game. Manitoba. Hurry up, Cody. Do 70 miles per hour. Oh, wait. Yeah, nice. Nice little jab. Although with that wind, he may be able to.
Right. If it's a tailwind.
I think it's going south to north. I'm not sure. Cody, why are you coming to Manuka anyway? Shouldn't have shipped that GPS. I know. That was my first thought, Cody.
Always works that way.
When you said you would be here, when I saw you ask if anyone was in Manuka, I thought, damn it. I could have just brought, yeah, it does always work that way. Totally. John, Jenna doing okay closing up cottages on Cape Cod for the winter. Oh boy, John, it's that time of the year. Quentin, make friendly with Ray. Ben's in the house. Who's the old guy? Which one? Which one are you talking about? Oh yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea, John. Let's see, Ben. Eric isn't that old. Don't be mean. Yeah, see, exactly. 412 Ben Birch is about gay AF. Why? Why would you say that about Ben? I wouldn't say he's that gay.
Ben wants a puppy.
Andy, Quentin, I always mix up spelling. Am I this far behind? Damn it, man.
See Lyle in there, all right.
John, Ben's here. How many times I call you 412? Sup, Ben? Is Kevin also known as the Beard of Wisdom? Yeah. I don't think he's been called that, but I think we all just kind of consider it that.
I've been called a lot of things.
The Beard of Wisdom. Oh, man, that's good. 412. You're a horrible friend, almost on every level. Jeez. Man, you guys can just fight it out. Tom, is it true Biden drove an 18-wheeler? Oh my God. I do not believe so at all. I don't know if Biden could drive a golf cart. Truthful Timmy, yes, you didn't see the picture. Not sure you're talking about. Andy, I'm a complete angel on Discord. Barry, Discord is Potty Mouth Central. Oh my God, am I that far behind? Holy crap. Okay, guys. I'm just gonna have to scan this. Well, thank you all. Let me just say thank you all for joining, because we got like 12 minutes. There's no way I can read through all this and address it all. And I apologize. I was hoping we'd be able to spend a couple hours with you guys and really kind of just chill out and answer some questions about Prime. Unfortunately, they're going to come lock this door here in about 10 minutes. Lyle, get on the damn road. Yeah, man, I'm about to. Both of us. Can't speak for Cody. Let's see. Here's what I would like to, and I apologize that I can't get to all this. If you see a comment that we should, that's really stands out. Yeah, I can't. I'm so far behind. Like, I'm just now getting the conversations we were having 20 minutes ago. Here's what I want to say, and because I'm coming up on 1 million miles, Kevin just passed 1 million miles. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot in comments out there and in social media. Now, I don't have Facebook, so I'm not in that toxicity, but people send me screenshots. There still is this never ending, for the 7 years I've been with Prime, almost, this never ending, Prime is going bankrupt, freight at Prime's terrible, nobody's making money at Prime, blah, blah, blah. And here I am 5+ years later of doing YouTube, sitting with a guy who's just crossed 1 million miles, saying the same thing I say every year. It's just like all of other trucking. There's downs, there's ups, there's highs, and there's lows. But I'm here to tell you guys that at least for me and my trucks, and I think Kevin's probably been on a good one too, there's money to be made, there's freight to be hauled, Prime's expanding, building new terminals, getting new divisions. When you see that stuff out there, if you're on this live stream right now or you're watching on the replay and you're thinking about coming to Prime, I'm not telling you this because I want you to use my driver code. I don't put my driver code in my videos anymore. I'm not a referral channel anymore. That was years ago. It's a pretty damn good place to come drive if you're looking for some security and a little bit less concern about trucking and freight. Does that mean it's always going to be easy? Hell no. It's going to be very difficult at times. And I mean, it was downright bloody for me a few years ago. But if you can find ways to get through those, not literal winters, but well, valleys, I guess would be a better way, then there's definitely upside. There's definitely hills. I mean, would you agree that it's...
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're getting ready to, up through Christmas, and after July 1, we'll hit, enter into the first quarter, and, things generally plummet at that point, and you got to be you got to be ready for it and expect it's going to happen, because it is. But even if, as you well know, you could still make good bank. You got to be in the right place, at the right time.
And you might win a raffle too.
Might win a raffle.
My wife says, "You suck, babe, comments fail." Yeah, I didn't realize I was that far behind. Let me skip to the end real quick. What do we got, 8 minutes? I'll tell you what, 1 million safe miles out here is one hell of a feat. Then to do it all the same company, that's good shit, Eric. Yeah, thank you, 412. It definitely, I've never had a service failure, and I've got 1 million safe miles coming up. And that to me is definitely something to be, I'm proud of it. And I think that even if you're out there and you've made a mistake here or there, still strive for that, because it is a pretty monumental feat in today's trucking environment. So to any of you who've done it, congratulations to you as well. I especially get, I've been talking with Jenna about this lately. I especially have great respect for those of you who are in the final 6 months of that, because it reminds me of at the end of training, where in training you were like, I hope my trainer drives this last drive because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to give myself any extra miles, you know. Man, I feel that now. Not that I'm not always careful and safe, I am, but I am.
You almost overthink it.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
It's like, I'm not going to spill my coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens.
Generally, I'm going to stay with Prime. Average $11,000 a month to my bank for 24 months. 2 months into my second lease. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's great. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the internet says that's not possible. And the fact that you're saying it's possible, the internet now says you're a liar. That's how this goes. But for those of us who know, congratulations. That's awesome. 412 you and Lyle and a couple of them long haul guys y'all got. I talk shit here and there, but you got to respect that. Yeah, I appreciate that, 412. And please do continue talking shit. I love that too. I don't get offended by any of this. Oh yeah, Jenna, remember Million Mile Mike? Yes, I do remember Million Mile Mike. I got 6 minutes, so I'll tell you this real quick. And I'm not saying any of this to slight him. I never met him personally. I never had anything, I'm not saying this to make fun of him. But his entire channel was built around the concept of working towards 1 million safe miles. His channel was called Million Mile Mike. And he hit another trailer on like his last 10,000, 15,000 miles. I mean, he was right there. And I think that it washed him out of trucking. I think it was so devastating to him to have spent all these years building this brand and showing this journey to 1 million miles, that I think it might have actually washed him out of trucking. We never saw another video from him again. And I'm not sure if you're out there, man. I'm not trying to speak on your behalf, but I'm just saying that's kind of, I feel that.
A lot of people dedicated to it.
Lyle, continue talking shit to him. I'm too vulnerable. Well, Lyle, so I've talked to Lyle about this. Lyle and I are both Prime YouTubers, so obviously we take the flack, right? I probably take it more than most Prime YouTubers, maybe, I don't know. I feel like I take it a lot, but his reaction is always to want to go scorched earth. And he's always kind of replying to either Jenna and I, or why don't you go rip that guy's head off or something. To me, I just enjoy it, man. If someone's out there making a video talking trash about me, then it's like, okay, well, they're talking trash about me. Like, they're talking about me, you know? It doesn't get under my skin one bit, and I think it's funny. So yeah, Lyle, it doesn't bother me at all.
It's a rare skill you have, by the way.
It literally, it changes nothing for me.
I'm envious.
Doesn't misdirect me. It doesn't rattle me. There's another Prime YouTuber that is completely rattled right now. I don't think he's made a video for months because of someone else making a video making fun of him, which I was made fun of in that video too, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Let's see, don't mention my name. All right, we gotta wrap this up, guys. I don't want to abuse the opportunity we've been given to use this room. Cody, I hope people talk shit about you. Yes, sir, Cody. We do. We do. But you talk shit back. Hey, Cody, we'll see you in a few hours, man. I'll be here. We're both drinking coffee. I don't know if Kevin's gotten to sleep, but I'll be here, be up. I really appreciate you guys jumping in. Again, sorry to have to cut it short for the replay gang. Please, everyone, I'll give you 1 minute. If you could tap the like button. I know it's silly to ask that. How's there only 13? 13 likes, thumbs up. It really does help these in the replay. So I'll give you a quick minute and figure out something to do with this premium.
Premium green, baby.
New Mexico Thunderfuck. New Mexican Thunderfuck.
if you do, I won't say it.
Acapulco green here.
It's not that canned shit, I'll tell you that.
But no, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. You got anything else you want to add?
Y'all be careful out there.
If
Be
I
safe.
encounter Kevin again, which I'm sure I will, I think he's talked about maybe coming out to my place at some point over the winter or something. We'll spend more time and really get into nuts and bolts and be able to of Prime and our experience with Prime and answer more questions. I just thought we would have more time this evening, so I apologize. Also got to go watch a football game right now, but that's not why I'm getting off the phone. All right, guys. Be safe, make good decisions, always drive to thrive. We will talk to y'all soon. Bye.